In the heart of the 16th century, nestled among the darkened cobblestone streets of a remote European village, there existed a secret that the inhabitants dared not speak of, a shadowed realm ruled by immortal beings who thrived on the blood of the living. The villagers, ignorant of the true nature of the nocturnal horrors that plagued them, knew only the whispered legends of creatures who stalked the night. These stories told of unholy abominations with inhuman strength, who seduced their prey with a mesmerizing gaze and could vanish into thin air. Sophia, a young and inquisitive woman, was one of the few who dared to question the tales. She had grown up listening to the fearful whispers of her neighbors and witnessed the strange occurrences that punctuated her quiet village. The sense of foreboding had haunted her since childhood, a feeling that there was something profoundly amiss about the moonlit nights. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Sophia's curiosity drove her to venture into the uncharted territories of her village. Armed with nothing but a burning candle and a heart burdened with fear and intrigue, she set out to uncover the truth hidden in the shadows. As she traversed the dimly lit streets, she observed the other villagers retreating to their homes, their faces filled with a mixture of unease and resignation. The distant howling of a lone wolf seemed to foretell her journey's impending dangers, but Sophia's determination remained unshaken. She continued her quest into the heart of the village, where she came upon an old, decrepit church that had fallen into disuse. The building was a symbol of the villagers' devotion to the faith, but it had long since been abandoned, left to the ravages of time. With a mixture of dread and anticipation, Sophia approached the church, pushed open the creaking door, and entered. The dim light of her candle flickered against the aging stone walls, revealing long-forgotten religious relics. Her steps echoed through the cavernous space, a haunting serenade to her isolation. It was there, in the heart of the church, that she discovered an ancient, tattered tome hidden beneath layers of dust and neglect. The leather-bound book contained the ramblings of a priest who had lived through the village's darkest hours. The pages revealed the horrors that lurked in the night, the creatures who fed upon the villagers' lifeblood, and the terrible pact they had made with the forces of darkness. Sophia's heart raced as she realized the depth of the deception that had ensnared her village. Her own family had suffered at the hands of these monstrous beings, and she could no longer stand idle. Armed with newfound knowledge, she swore to confront the vampires who had tormented her people for centuries. As the full moon bathed the village in its ghostly light, Sophia embarked on a treacherous journey into the heart of the vampire's lair, armed with the priest's ancient cross and a vial of holy water. Her determination was her only defense against the supernatural horrors that awaited her. The lair was hidden in the depths of an ancient catacomb, accessed through a hidden passageway beneath the church. The subterranean maze was filled with the corpses of those who had ventured before her, their remains serving as a grim reminder of the terror that dwelled below. Sophia navigated the catacomb, her candle's feeble light casting long, shifting shadows along the narrow stone walls. The air grew thick with the scent of decay, and the chilling sound of dripping water echoed through the passages. As she delved deeper, the air turned frigid, and the echoes of whispering voices seemed to beckon her further into the abyss. It was there, in the heart of the catacomb, that she encountered the vampires. The creatures, beautiful yet twisted, with hypnotic gazes that drew her into their deadly embrace, surrounded her. Their eyes glittered with an insatiable hunger, and they moved with a grace that defied human understanding. Sophia's heart pounded in her chest as she brandished the priest's cross and vial of holy water, their radiance cutting through the darkness. She uttered words of prayer as she invoked the power of the church, and the vampires recoiled, hissing in pain as they shielded their eyes from the sacred light. With a burst of supernatural strength, Sophia fled through the catacomb, the vampires in pursuit. The labyrinthine tunnels became a nightmarish maze, and she could feel their presence closing in. But her determination and newfound knowledge had become her armor, and she would not be deterred. As she emerged from the catacomb, Sophia sealed the entrance behind her, trapping the vampires within the underground labyrinth. Their enraged screams reverberated through the village, a haunting reminder of the horrors that had plagued her people for centuries. The villagers, awakened by the unearthly cries, emerged from their homes, their faces a mix of wonder and trepidation. Sophia had not only uncovered the truth, but had confronted the vampires, driving them back into the shadows from whence they came. The village would no longer be shackled by fear and ignorance. The legends of the vampires were no longer whispered in hushed tones, but openly discussed. Sophia had given her people the power to stand against the darkness, and the village would never be the same again. With courage and knowledge, Sophia had banished the vampires from her village, freeing her people from centuries of torment. The legacy of the vampire hunters, once whispered in fear, now became a source of pride and hope. The villagers celebrated their newfound freedom, their gratitude toward Sophia immeasurable. She had unraveled the dark secrets of their village, revealing a world of darkness that had hidden in plain sight for generations. In the years that followed, the village flourished, no longer overshadowed by the dread of the night. Sophia's story became a legend, a testament to the power of knowledge and the courage to confront the darkest of horrors. The vampires, trapped in their underground prison, would haunt their nightmares no more. But Sophia knew that the threat was not entirely vanquished. The world was vast, and other villages still suffered the vampire's curse. With her newfound purpose, she vowed to continue her quest, to confront the darkness and protect those who lived in fear. The story of the 16th century village and its courageous vampire hunter lived on, a tale of resilience, knowledge, and the triumph of light over darkness. Sophia had unraveled the secrets that lay in the shadows, and her journey was far from over, as she ventured into the unknown, armed with determination and the eternal flame of hope.